Breaking news. Paul Heyman hasn't been seen at the Stamford promotion since Solo Sikoa booted him out of the Bloodline in late June for failing to recognize him as the tribal chief. His possible return to television to rejoin with Roman Reigns and the USOs has been the subject of much conjecture ever since. Reigns and Usos' encounter against Sikoa and his Bloodline stablemates at Crown Jewel 2024 reportedly included Paul Heyman in the gorilla position. However, his on-screen comeback is still uncertain. According to Twinsider, Heyman, a pivotal figure in the Bloodline storyline for the last many years, closely monitored the outcome of the VIP Live event. After losing against Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso were dissatisfied with the outcome of the program. But with Sami Zayn's arrival, it's obvious that WWE wanted to drag out this rivalry even longer, which might culminate to the highly anticipated War Games fight at Survivor Series 2024. At WWE Crown Jewel 2024, a startling change of events occurred when Roman Reigns, who had been WWE's tribal chief and undisputed Universal Champion for a long time, lost a pinfall match. After 3 years of seemingly unstoppable dominance in the wrestling world, Reigns suffered a crushing setback. Now that his shocking loss is settled, his supporters are wondering what will happen to him and his allies, especially Paul Heyman. According to latest rumors, Heyman's status in WWE might be drastically changed as a result of Reigns' loss of his wise man and manager. This could cause major changes in the company's dynamic. The conflict that has been simmering for months, if not years, emerged at Crown Jewel with Roman Reigns' defeat. The tribal chief's apparently impregnable walls were breached by an unexpected but strong adversary. The encounter was rough. Reigns battled hard, but was caught off guard by a pinfall. This wasn't your average pinfall. In fact, it was Reigns' first clean pinfall since donning the tribal chief mascot and beginning one of the most remarkable title reigns in WWE history. Paul Heyman, Reigns' longtime advocate, was just as taken aback by his client's loss as he lay in the ring, clearly shaken. It was clear that Heyman, who was famous for his exceptional strategic acumen and painstaking preparation, was in complete amazement. Is Heyman's position beside Roman threatened by this defeat? Would this defeat show that Reigns' once unbreakable domination has some holes in it? The creative crew at WWE is reportedly ready to delve into new aspects of Heyman's persona due to this major change. Keep in mind Paul Heyman's legendary connection with Roman Reigns if you want to get a handle on how this defeat may affect him. Indeed, Heyman did not always support Reigns. He first became famous as the vicious lawyer for Brock Lesnar, a position in which he was known for being both devoted and clever. But when Reigns came back to WWE in 2020 with a darker side and wanted to become the tribal chief, he found the ideal counsel in Heyman to help him achieve his goal. Both Reigns' persona and the Bloodline plot benefited from Heyman's elevation to the role of wise man. Their partnership was one of the most interesting in WWE history. Heyman's support for Reigns has never wavered, and having him around gave his reign more weight. Thanks to Heyman's guidance, the tribal chief remained unrivaled for more than 3 years, cruising over any and all opponents. Concerns over Heyman's future have arisen after Reigns' pinfall defeat at Crown Jewel. Allegedly, fresh dangers from inside and outside the Bloodline may put Heyman's loyalty to Reigns to the test. According to those familiar with WWE's creative staff, Heyman may reach a tipping point after Crown Jewel. Speculation has it that Reigns may be blaming Heyman for the defeat, which may lead to friction between him and his wise man. Heyman has always been proud of his client Reigns' successes, and as tribal chief, Reigns wants effectiveness and commitment from his inner circle. The weight of such a devastating loss will undoubtedly be felt by both men, casting doubt on Heyman's capacity to safeguard Reigns' interests and his future in the job. Insiders say that WWE is thinking of a lot of different directions they might take Heyman's persona. Heyman may try to make amends with Reigns by hatching a plot to reinstate Reigns' domination, for example. In an alternate timeline, Heyman's unwavering devotion to Reigns is put to the test as he starts to consider forming partnerships with other wrestlers. Major developments may ensue from this possible internal strife within the bloodline, particularly if other superstars try to take advantage of Reigns' weak spot. In light of Reigns' defeat, Heyman may take one of three approaches. Heyman may choose to stay loyal and step up his efforts to help Reigns recover, given his reputation for being unpredictable and strategically brilliant. Heyman would see Reigns' loss as a chance to reassess their approach and fix any mistakes they made, since his devotion is usually intense. On the other hand, Heyman may be inspired to establish his independence after this loss. He used to be rather outspoken while managing Brock Lesnar, but in recent years he's toned it down, playing the role of a calm advisor instead. But Heyman may rediscover his vicious side after Reigns' defeat, becoming more aggressive in the plots, and maybe even being aggressive with his own client. Wrestling experts think Heyman would think about teaming up with a fresh talent who could take on Reigns head-on. This may be the next logical step for Heyman, who has always been good at identifying talent and surrounding himself with influential people. He may take on a new client after years of advising Reigns, which could set up a huge plot point pitting him against the celebrity he helped create into the tribal chief. There may be serious consequences for the bloodline if Heyman's allegiance is cast into doubt. Heyman, in his role as Reigns' advisor, has orchestrated the faction's many triumphs and strategic maneuvers. It would be devastating for the bloodline if he started to emotionally or physically withdraw, as it may cause strife among the group. Infinite story avenues would be unlocked by this turn of events. Reigns risks becoming even more alienated without Heyman's advice, leaving him open to exploitation by his opponents. On the other hand, the bloodline may see fresh internal strife if members like Solo Sikoa and Jimmy USO begin to doubt their allegiance to Reigns because to the possibility that their strategic linchpin, Heyman, is no longer totally dedicated. Speculation amongst fans has stated that Heyman may seek to form his own group, maybe allying with celebrities bent on deposing the tribal chief. Aside from changing Heyman's position, this possible reversal may also set up one of the most interesting storylines in recent WWE history: a power struggle between Heyman and Reigns for the allegiance of the bloodline. There have been no formal statements about Heyman's position, but the tension after Crown Jewel is noticeable. The idea of a rift between Heyman and Reigns is exciting for fans because WWE has always been good at exploiting real-life stakes to drive storylines. If WWE decides to fully embrace this plot point and go into the subtleties of allegiance, power, and strategy inside the bloodline, the lingering mystery surrounding Heyman's destiny may create an irresistible television attraction. A major change would occur for Reigns if he were to lose Heyman's mentoring. Heyman has been more than simply a counselor to him. He has been a symbol of his power and invincibility. If Heyman were to leave WWE, Reigns would enter a new period where he would have to depend on his gut feelings and physical prowess, shielded from the guy who has helped him overcome many obstacles. The pinfall defeat of Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel has sent shockwaves across the WWE, with Paul Heyman at its epicenter. The next few weeks will be pivotal for WWE's plot and the course of Reigns' reign. regardless of whether Heyman opts to stay loyal, form new allies, or face Reigns head-on.